Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Sunday, May 22nd, 2022. It is another muggy, disgusting day here in New Jersey, but that is not going to stop me from trying to do a little fishing. And I've come here to this pond, which in the past I found has had a really good post-spawn bass bite. So I'm hopeful that I can capitalize on that today. I'm going to be starting out with a bait I've actually never used before. I'm going to be using a Yum Baby Christy Critter, which is essentially their take on a brush hog. So we'll see if this turns up any fish. If not, well, I got plenty of other options. Huh, well, look at that. I didn't even notice, but apparently something pecked off one of the legs on this thing. Didn't even feel any kind of a bite. Alright, well that Christy Critter on the jig head was picking up weeds on almost every cast, so I made a lure change. Gonna try the old wacky rigged stick worm, and hopefully something that can float above the weeds instead of dive down in them will get me some bites. There we go. My line just started taking off. Not a bad fish. All right, come on up here. First fish of the day. Decent pound-and-a-half fish. Look at the black marks on its tail. That's cool. All right. Unique fish to start the day. That was literally my second cast with this. So early evidence suggests that I made the right call. There we go. Whoa, that's a nice one. That's a really nice one. Wow, this is a strong fish. This is a really strong fish. Come on, come on. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Another one with black markings on him. Oh, he was double hooked. He was not coming off. There we go. Well. Look at her. Beautiful fish. Got those black markings befitting of a cow like her. There she goes. There we go. Oh, he's off. Nuts. That looked like maybe a pound plus fish. I think my drag was a little bit loose. I forgot to tighten it all the way from when I was fighting in that last fish. So That was probably my fault, but at least it wasn't a giant fish. That would have really, really broken my heart. So some of you might be curious as to how I like to use the wacky worm, and I'll show you what I do most of the time. Is I'll cast it out and I'll let it sink for, you know, 5 or 10 seconds or more, depending on how deep the water is. And I always want to watch the line, because sometimes those fish will hit it on the initial fall and you won't feel the bite, you'll just see the line going out. So once I've let it sink enough, I reel up the slack and I'll give it about 15 to 20 sharp little twitches, and then let it sit for another 5 to 10 seconds, and then just repeat. Now this obviously is not the only way that you can work a wacky rig stickworm, but it's the way that I do it, and it has resulted in plenty of fish, so it works for me. There we go. Remember what I said about watching the line? That's what I was doing. Didn't see the strike, or didn't feel the strike, I just saw the line going out. Alrighty. Oh boy, this fish looks like he's been caught a couple of times already. He's a little scarred up, but he'll be just fine. I'm sure that fish has plenty of stories to tell about all the lures he fell for, and all the fishermen who were kind enough to let him go. There we go. Again, didn't feel the pickup, just saw the line move. Oop, easy, easy. Easy. Wow, he does not want me to grab him. There we go. Stuck him pretty good in the hard part of his mouth. There we go. Came right out. Just had to twist it back with the pliers. All right, another 3/4 to a pound fish. Very nice. Wacky rig Senko, or rather the stickworm, as this is not an actual Senko. It's doing work today. There we go. This guy hit it closer in than most of them have been getting it. Right in the bottom lip. They're getting smaller. Although this one's a chunk. That's just a chunky fish. Just a stout football of a bass. I'll be anxious to see what he looks like in a few years when he's pushing 5 pounds. There we go. Oh wow, that fish was right next to those reeds. It was like 10 feet away from me. I never would have known he was there if he didn't bite. Oh, easy buddy. Oh geez, he's going around me. What the heck? Wow, I probably should have lost that fish, but I didn't. It's a nice one too. It's like a 2.5 pounder. Wow. That fish was up way shallow, way close to me. Very nice. And I definitely should have lost that fish because he was going every which way but on my thumb. Oh wow. That fish, he just swam at the same speed I was reeling, and it took me like 5 seconds before I realized he had it. Little troublemaker, this one. Look at that. There we go. I don't know how big this fish is. He's not bad. Woohoo! All right. Another solid bass. All right. Here's another one that's been hooked before. His jaw's a little bit jacked up, but otherwise pretty healthy. It's a nice 2-pounder. Okay. Oh, what have we here? Somebody either got very unlucky or very frustrated. It's a Zebco 33. It's doesn't look like it's in bad shape. I mean, I don't like using the push button reels, but hell, I might take this with me. Might be able to do something with it anyway. Cool. Finders keepers. All right, guys, I am going to call it a day here. Turned out to be a pretty decent afternoon of fishing, especially since I was fishing in literally the hottest, brightest part of the day. I still managed to get a decent number of bass, including some nice ones, you know, in the 2 to 2.5 pound range. And boy, were they ever sweet on this wacky rig. Now, I don't know if all the fish today were post-spawn. Some of them might have been on beds. A handful of them might have even been pre-spawn. But given that I was seeing bedding fish like 3 weeks ago, I'd imagine a good number of fish in this lake are post-spawn right now. So they're still biting. Grab yourself a wacky rig and go get them. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure. How you guys doing?
All right.
I found this fishing pole in the water. Would you like to have it?
Yes, thank you.
There you go.
All right, thank you, buddy.
You got it, man.
All right, man. Enjoy the weekend.
You too, man. Thanks a lot.
You here often?
Every once in a while.
Yeah. We used to go down the Delaware River sometime, too.
Oh, yeah. I fish the Delaware all the time.
6 to 7.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Some big catfish in there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Be safe. Thank you.
You too, man.